Are you ready to find out the real cost of not hiring a virtual assistant for yourself in your business? And I'm not talking about a social media virtual assistant, a bookkeeper virtual assistant. I am talking about someone who is your second brain executive assistant for your business. So today I am in beautiful Shimoda in Japan. I am upstairs on a rooftop, and I thought it would be a cool view to tell you guys the reality of what it's like if you end up not having a virtual assistant in your business, especially as you are trying to scale it. And again, I'm specifically talking about an executive assistant for yourself, for your business, someone who is not part-time, someone who's not project-based, someone who's really your second brain, your person within your business, and how they can actually really affect your business if they are there or if you never end up hiring them. So the first real cost is that you're still doing everything yourself. You are still the one going through your emails, going through your calendar, following up with leads, creating your social media posts, maintaining your brand, responding to people, whatever it is that you're doing in the day-to-day that for some reason you refuse to delegate and give to someone else. You're still the one doing them at the end of the day anyway. If 6 months from now you're still doing the same stuff and you have not made any change, it's still going to look like the every single day that you have. The second is you're putting out fires instead of being able to put in safety rails. Is you're still dealing with the day-to-day when things pop up, when fires come up, even if you have a whole team, but you don't have someone who is your executive assistant, you are still going to end up being the one to put out all of those fires rather than being able to set up systems, to be able to set up buffer times, or like I said, guardrails, where you're able to actually start growing and scaling your business rather than just dealing with the day-to-day running it. Even with a full team, if you don't have someone who's working with you, focused on managing you basically, and your day-to-day in the business, you're again still doing everything yourself anyway. Next thing is then everything is in your head. And this is a common thing that whenever people hop on a call with me wanting to find or work with a virtual assistant, this is a common thing. It's like everything is in your head. Literally how to respond to clients, how to onboard clients, how to do every single thing in your business is just in your head. You don't have something, a written down standard procedure. You don't have a checklist. You don't have a template. You don't have anything because you're still doing everything yourself. Versus when you have a virtual assistant who can actually take things out of your head, who can create your SOPs because they understand you, the business, how you do certain things, you can get out of it. And of course, if you want to have that same call with me where we can map out what are those things in your business that you can just get out of your head, make sure to check out the link in the description below. But a very visceral example of this is that 3 years ago when I had to restart a little bit of my business, I had everything still in my head. And my assistant, my brilliant, amazing assistant, Honey, she was the one who was there for every single time I did onboarding call. And even when she wasn't there, there was recorded Zoom videos that she was able to take all of the things that I was doing in every single call with clients and actually turn it into an SOP. So then by the time that we actually hired a client success manager for the business, it was like she was training him versus me training him. So that's the difference between having everything in your head and having an assistant kind of make sure that everything is written down so it doesn't have to be just stuck in your head, and you're actually removing yourself from those roles and those parts of your business that might not necessarily have to be done by you. The next cost is really just missed opportunities. And I see this happen every single day where there's a lead that comes in, but because you're still the one doing and managing your emails, you're the only one who can understand your business, no one else knows how to follow up with them. No one else knows the context of this person and how they came across you. And because you're still the one managing everything else in the business, if an opportunity to grow or be able to give a new offer or create or generate a new offer within your business of a service you want to do or a product you want to create, you're still doing it yourself because again, you don't have your own assistant who's again just focused solely on you, solely in your goals and what you want in the business. You're still the one trying to create the amazing, beautiful things in your business and at the same time do it. And that's going to cost you a lot of opportunities that could have been either addressed right away or caught right away if you had the right assistant. And speaking of, the other thing is then your goal and your vision for your business is just a goal or a vision. It's going to be hard for you to be moving forward when you keep getting dragged backwards into your business, into the day-to-day, into the fires you have to put out, into making sure that that process that you thought you trained someone to do is getting done correctly because they missed X, Y, and Z, whatever that looks like for your business. So that is the reality of not having someone who can take things out of your head and then give it to other people. That's the reality of not having your own executive assistant or virtual assistant who really just works and manages you. That's their whole focus, is to make sure that you're working on the right things in the business and to support you in that growth. It's going to be impossible for you to keep moving forward towards those goals. And of course, the biggest cost is that you're going to get burned out. You're going to get sick. You're going to get tired. You're not going to want to work in your business. You're going to stop everything. You're going to cut everything off because you just can't look at your business anymore. And basically, that total cost is you, your body, your mindset, your health, basically, your relationships, the people that you're supposed to spend time with. You're not able to do that because you haven't been able to do the work to free yourself up from a lot of those. Now, a virtual assistant isn't a magical pill. They're not a unicorn. They're not supposed to be a unicorn, but you're looking for someone who can take away the things that are in your head of how the business is run and be able to kind of that strategic partner within you and your business of like helping you see the things that you're not seeing just because you're so close to your business and what it is that you're supposed to be doing in the day-to-day, to have someone else catch it, see that day-to-day and say, hey, I see that you've been doing, sending the same email over and over again, but you don't actually have a template. Oh, I see that you've done this, but you don't have an asset for it. So it's having that outside point of view where, again, their goal in the business is not on your social media, not on your bookkeeping, not on anything else, but just focus on making sure that you are where you're supposed to be and you're optimizing things as best as they can be, and then you're grabbing the opportunities as they come along rather than just letting them pass you by. Just because you started your business alone doesn't mean you have to grow it by yourself. And of course, if you're ready for that next step, make sure to click the link below to book a call with me, and I'll walk you through this very same process of knowing what are things you should automate, delegate, delete, and of course making sure the things that you're basically the only person who can do them. And of course, make sure to hit that like button right there, comment below any questions you might have when it comes to working with a virtual assistant. I would love to know. And if you still haven't yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos every Thursday on how to grow your business with AI. And if you want your virtual assistant to learn a little bit more of how to be a virtual assistant, they can check out my first channel here. And of course, you can check out my latest video right here. Hope you guys have an amazing and fantastic day. And remember that small steps matters, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.